So I've got my meter so we can plug it into the cigarette lighter and check bus voltage. We're going to take this plane out and do our preliminary inspection. All right, so first thing, power's off. We're going to do a tumbler check. Make sure our ignition works, and it works very smoothly. We also check our gust lock to make sure that it will cover the ignition and our controls. So here's covering the ignition. So with the gust lock in, you couldn't start the aircraft. All right, the throttle's back, mixture's back, keys are in. Let's get our gust lock out. Okay, so let's get to our checklist. Checking the brakes, they feel nice and tight. That's good. Always want to check the brakes, and we check our engine oil before we ever start an aircraft. All right, that's gonna have to be covered before we ever leave. All right, so instrument check, done. They're all seems to be attached properly, and they all seem to be in the correct position. All right, our master's on, and I'm showing 12.64 volts. So let's find some lights. And that changed our voltage just a little bit. It's now down to 4.2. So that's a good sign that our battery's in good shape. We'll have enough battery to start this aircraft and run it. All right, let's get this puppy started up. All right, so I start every aircraft exactly the same. I make sure all the circuit breakers are in. Give me my mixtures in. I crack the throttle, and let's give it a shot of prime. Well, that prime's nice and tight. All right, clear prep! And headset on. Alright, first thing you check is oil pressure after ignition. If you don't have oil pressure in 10 seconds, you shut the engine off. Oil pressure, vacuum idle at 1,000. Let's find this vacuum gauge. Tack. So our idle, 1,000 RPMs, vacuum's at 5. We check our compass, it looks good, there's no bubble, and then we set our DG. So with the aircraft running, we're showing almost 14 volts, and that's at 1,000 RPMs. At this point, you want to check your AC voltage to make sure your diode trio is good. She'll stay there. Okay, good. All right. Check, 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 check. Check our comms. Let's see, does he have a PTT? Oh, he does have a PTT, okay. PTT, 2. Okay, so we're transmitting on each one of those. That's good. Check left, right. Com 1, com 2. Audio panel check complete. All right, engine controls, throttle, mixture, propeller. So throttle, complete control of the engine, primer, mixture, all looks good. Oil temp has to be above 100. So as long as it's in the green, we're good for a run. Magneto check. All right, so let's take her up to 1800. Okay, full throttle. On this aircraft, it could be 2250 to 2340. So now we go full throttle. That's how you break cylinders. We got actual 2300 RPM. Oil pressure was 50. Temp was 120. No CHT, no EGT. Vacuum was 5.5. Voltage was 14 NA on the amps, and we had plenty of fuel flow. All right, so now let's check our compass, our DG. So we were out taxiing around, sitting around 21. Our compass followed it. I'd say our DG's in good shape. All right, next thing we do is we check our fuel selector. Now, with the fuel selector on both, it's selecting fuel from both tanks. We're gonna take our fuel selector and give it just a little more gas, get up to about 750. We're gonna go to off. Well, this is why we do annual inspections. See, that engine should have died by now. It's all right. Why we do inspections, well, I'll write it up. Remember, this is just a portion of the inspection. If you want to see the entire inspection, go to ifmytoolscouldstalk.com.